Non-Profit Report is going live in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everybody. A special day for a new episode of the Non-Profit Report. I want to start saying thank you to our really good friend David Roundtree for being the last week doing this program. He started to be one of the cheerleaders of the Non-Profit Report. The information that he brings here is amazing, and he was a really good host for the previous event. Also, I want to congratulate also with Elio that is in the back, to all the non-profit organizations that participate in the special event for the Giving Day, the previous Wednesday, the 22nd. That was amazing. More than $1 million that they were collected in this city. I just want to say that you did it, every single one. We are really involved with the digital media and the advertising and marketing, and we were surprised about what all these organizations did, because it was amazing. Then congratulations. We're gonna wait for the next one. We're gonna be ready to help again. And I just want to tell you, you did an amazing job. But today we have a special program. By the way, I feel a little bit honored to be here because I have a couple of big leagues leaders in this town. And we're going to start right now with our good friend, Eric Godet, President and CEO of the Gainesville Chamber of Commerce.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for being here. This is amazing. We are just excited to... I was talking before the program, then 17 years old, I moved to this city and I was a carpet cleaner. And today the carpet cleaner is doing an interview to the president of the Gainesville Chamber of Commerce. This is amazing. I feel so happy. Not only is that he is a tremendous leader, but also we are really good friends. Then Eric, welcome to our program, and thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's just like I said, Jorge, never despise the day of small beginnings. Because, hey, we all got carpets and we all need cleaning, and, hey, we always want the best. And, I just thank you for all of your support with the Amazing Give. I heard you giving that shout out earlier. I just want our community to know, before today, I think we had raised about 4.5 or something million over the last 4 years with the Amazing Give. And those were 24-hour periods, I think, that we had. And our community, just the best shout out to be able to raise over $1 million in a 12-hour period, the mini version, and still have that support in our community. That's incredible. Yes. And it represents our incredible community and how we all work together.
Yes.
But hey, we can't do it without incredible sponsors like you. So I appreciate you stepping up and doing everything you can to help our community.
No, wonderful, because, and I want to say a lot of this process was supported by Elio. He was in different places helping us. I was out of town, but I was just sending messages to everybody. I was getting really nice messages. Thank you for the people who came here a few months ago and say, I'm impressed how our relationship is growing since we were in the program, and I really appreciate it. But Eric, tell us about Eric. We want to talk about you first. Tell us about how you came here to Gainesville, how you started your career in the Chamber of Commerce, and obviously what is the situation right now for you in front of this wonderful organization?
Sure. Thank you so much, Jorge. So for me, I was fortunate enough to come here. My wife was applying to dental schools. We were up in Pennsylvania. I just gotten a job previously working with Johnson & Johnson. They'd offered it to me after my first year up there in grad school. And it was really exciting, and I loved it, but it was cold up there. So we're both from the Bahamas, and so it was like 8 months of overcast and freezing. But it was really great. She got in everywhere she applied, and we were really excited about UF because we knew we'd be closer to our family and our parents, everyone in the Bahamas. And so that's how we got here. My challenge then, and I remember my boss up there at J&J asking me, where are you going to work? And I remember, I'm like, I have no idea. I only know of the university. So if I'm not working for UF or, Shands at the time, I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going to work. I'll probably have to commute. And I was very fortunate to be hired in the Department of Orthopedics. And we had a incredible visionary as our chairman at that time, Dr. Petty. And so a lot of us that came out of there, where you have RTI Surgical that exists today. Some of us, some of the founders who were hired, we worked for the university. And then I look at Exactech, he's instrumental in so much, a man of vision. And we have the Exactech Arena today that most of the kids know today and go to for the games, but they don't understand the vision that was in that process to really recruit and bring in people that really wanted to make a difference. And he had a vision, and he shared that people usually come and don't want to leave. And I just kind of laughed, because I knew I was out of here.
Yes.
And so that was 1993, and here I am, and president of the chamber, and just loving every day. Our community is just full of abundance. We have so much opportunity, and I want to make sure everyone gets to share in that.
Yes. Tell me about how was the process since the beginning of the chambers to get where you are, because for the people who is involved with the chamber, we have too many, or not too many, but different presidents, and all the time you were there. Tell us about that.
Well, it's, one of the things that I really give a lot of credit to is that I was encouraged early on, even at the university and even at RTI when we started, to get involved with the chamber early and serving on different committees and serving with different groups and working with different groups, and it just expanded my knowledge and people in the area. And when you're doing it as a servant leader and you're working to help, you learn a lot. And for us, the chamber was really instrumental in helping us as a growing company, not only locally, but also statewide. And from that led to me even becoming part of the state chamber board and learning more, because there were different policies and procedures, and even R&D tax credits, manufacturing tax credits, that helped us tremendously as a company as we grew. But I only got those connections through the chamber.
Yes.
And that network, and that helped us tremendously as a company. But then that also helped me as an individual from a networking standpoint and meeting people throughout the state. And so from that, even I remember Vern Buchanan, one of the representatives, he was the chair of the chamber years ago for the state of Florida, out of Sarasota. Congressman, and he recognized that we needed to do more stuff nationally. And so he'd take us up there to DC and lead these different groups, and we'd go to the Florida House and we would do that stuff and work with everyone else in terms of how to bring more funds and everything back to our community and research dollars back to our community. And so your network continues to grow. It just builds over time. I had a pleasure about 10 years ago to be the chairman of the Greater Gainesville Chamber back then, and then I learned even more during that period. And so when this opportunity came to actually work at the chamber, it was just an incredible fit for me, and one that I thoroughly enjoy. Anything to help businesses grow, anything to help entrepreneurs and encourage, that's just a passion of mine. That's just part of the fire that makes me who I am, and and I just want us to really help. One of the things I think people forget, small businesses, at least in our community, are over 90% of our members that we have at the chamber, and it's the engine that makes our nation work. And so I get excited anytime we can help a small business.
Yes. And it's crazy just to think about how important. I just came back from a convention in South Carolina, and one of the things that everybody mentioned about successful businesses and everything that is related with this is relationship. And what a perfect scenario for you to have a place that everybody can sit together, talk about different business, and build this relationship for the city. Because most of the time the people say, what you bring to the nonprofit report? We are talking about the nonprofit report, how we can help the communities, how we can help this. I want to tell you what was our idea since the beginning, is that if we don't have this business community built like we have it in this city, it's possible that it's going to be hard to collect $1 million in 12 hours. Right. I just want to tell you, it's going to be so complicated. What is your thoughts for the future? Because we are living a year and a half of really tough times.
Right.
what is your vision for the next 5 years?
So, one of the things we look at when we talk about a vision, we really listen to our community, and we listen to all the municipalities. So we looked and talked to everyone in all 9 municipalities. We had a program where we invited the whole community to come several years ago, and really, it was led by a group called Market Street. And what they really want us to do to hear what was happening in our community, where we needed improvement. And with that, we came out with an incredible report. It took over 10 months of listening, and we had environmentalists, we had educators, you had politicians, you name it, business folks, all at the table. And was really exciting to see how much we needed to work together. And it came out, our board released a report in 2019 to start between 2020 through 2025. And we call it Collaborate 2025. And we have a tagline, creating a stronger region and a better life together. And with this, Jorge, it's really how do we make sure that we have an opportunity for everyone who lives in our county, a place for everyone who lives in our county, and how do we develop the talent for everyone who lives in our county. We really believe that we have such abundance in our community that we can take care of everyone. Not just a few individuals should be able to benefit from this. Everyone should be able to benefit from what exists in our community. And so with those 3 programs, opportunity, talent, and place, if we focus on that, we can elevate the status of everyone in our community. That rising tide lifts all boats, and it's that mindset. So from an education standpoint, making sure we have the programs that are coming in the future and that are needed. We have a wonderful opportunity in our community where the University of Florida has got this incredible AI program, and they're already building that. So what are we going to do as a community to support that on a secondary level and all the different educational and make sure we're maximizing that opportunity that's coming to UF? What are we going to do in terms of development? We have this beautiful downtown, the Depot Park and all that stuff there. Yes. Well, let's look at all those vacant buildings and how we can get those in the hands of private developers and enhance and bring that density downtown to support the businesses that are there and strengthen that overall. We have this incredible live, work, play corridor in our community. We have San Francisco Tech City, we have Tioga, we have Butler, we have Celebration Point. We're watching these things start up organically in our community. Well, we need to make sure that's strengthened throughout so everyone has access and the ability to receive. And so when we say opportunity, talent, and place, our focus is making sure we're bringing that in. You brought up a great idea about the pandemic. Things have changed. Since the pandemic, we were seeing a lot of people come into our community that were 55 plus. Since the pandemic, we're seeing a lot of younger families coming in. They're coming for our schools. They're coming in and buying homes and they want to live outside. They're coming from New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, California. We're watching this happening in our community. What are we going to do to prepare for this? I can share that, I'm very proud to say that our chairman of our county commissioner was sharing with us a strategic plan because they're watching these changes on what we need to do for infrastructure.
Yes.
So these are the kind of discussions we have to have, Jorge, to make sure we're focusing on the future.
Tell me for you, because it's something that I've been seeing in you for the last years. How make your life easier with the empathy that you have for the people who is having really hard times? One of the things that we try to make the people understand is that even if we are talking about businesses and we are talking about, a lot of vehicles and a lot of things, a lot of people had a really hard time for the last 12 or 13 months. How you apply this empathy that is something that is in your blood to help this community?
Sure. When I look at our community, we are only as healthy as the weakest part or the sickest part of our community. And so by looking at our community as a whole, I know the past year it's been really tough. So in 2019, I think we were named the top given community in Florida.
Yes.
Wonderful, and the Amazing Give just showed that again, what we're able to do in 12 hours. But I think what's really important is a lot of our nonprofits really struggled in this past year because many of their volunteers and many of the folks that donated weren't in a position to do that. And their volunteers weren't there to help them. And so what I really looked at, and I was really proud of, we had a lot of churches, different groups that stepped up in different ways and gave more than they ever did before. Those who could stepped up in ways they couldn't before. People tried to fill in gaps. And I think our goal in the chamber is really to encourage as much of that as possible, because it doesn't matter how well we're doing in business, if we're not taking care of these programs to take care of the most needy in our community, we're going to suffer. So, watching, programs and successes that are happening at Grace Marketplace, watching individuals and groups like Teresa Beachy's group over at Peaceful Paths be successful, helping the folks over at St. Francis House, helping Catholic Charities, all these things working together in concert. Bread of the Mighty, I think, and Marcia can correct me on these numbers, but I thought when I was hosting their soup thing back in 19, I think we probably had like 8 million, I forgot how many pounds of food. I think it was like 18 this past year was donated and given and handed out to people. So, we had this huge increase that was needed because more people needed food last year than we needed the year before with the stuff in the pandemic. And so I think it's all of us as a community stepping up to do more in a time of need to help as many people as possible.
That's great, because one of the things that you have the chance to see the last year is a message that stayed in my head all the time that say, I'm gonna continue doing marketing even with COVID-19 because I have to be sure that the lights in my business is still on.
Right.
And sometimes you figure it out at this time where we are. I was talking with some friends that they have businesses like similar, like Gainesville, that they do all these turnovers and everything. And they were saying, we don't have work because nobody's doing turnovers of the apartments because everybody is waiting for evictions, and then they don't have another place to be. Then is affecting people. Now, these companies, they are delaying payments. Then everything is kind of a chain of a domino effect of bad situations. But tell us something about how the people can be more engaged with the Chamber of Commerce. Because, by the way, I'm honored to receive a nice privilege. I think I was named what is the name? I don't remember right now, but I think was the, I don't remember. I get this prize for the Chamber of Commerce, say that we were honored and we get this nice trophy and nice event. I wasn't the big business of the year, but was kind of similar. But how you can invite the people to be part of this?
Absolutely, Jorge. We create different awards for awareness. And we create also opportunities for education. And we try to be as diverse a chamber as possible because we know different businesses have different interests. And so there are certain programs that you would definitely embrace and be excited about that somebody else probably will not. And so we try to have that diversity of business and programs out there to make sure we're meeting the needs. And our focus is, if you're not aware, call us. We can share with you what we have. So one of the things we're doing right now, and this is how we're hearing from so many of our local companies that they're struggling to hire people.
Yes.
They're growing, they're opening, they have new positions, and they need to fill these positions. So what we did is we created a job portal on our website. And we just jumped in jobs for companies, and we have been so successful. It's amazing, the feedback. We got calls from Tallahassee, we got calls from chambers all over the state. Like, this is a great idea. How can we do this? Other chambers. We had our basically president of the Florida Chamber said, hey, you need to help others do this. Well, it's just us looking at needs that exist in our community and coming up with solutions. And that's all this was. And so what's really exciting, we've opened this up to members and non-members. We want to help employ as many people as we can in our community. We're so excited that we have one of the lowest unemployments in the state of Florida. I think last week we may have been at like 3.4, and our goal percent, and the state was at 4.7, but we want to continue to keep ours lower. And we're excited about our businesses that are growing and posting jobs, and we want to fight to fill those jobs and be at the forefront. And so dependent, if your opportunity is marketing, we want to do something to help you market. If you need employment or workforce, we want to do that. if it's networking and some counseling and some guidance or whatever, we want to do that. We want to meet the needs and make sure that as a chamber, what we're bringing is visible value to our community. We want it to be visibly valuable to you as a member and others in the community to see what we're bringing, and just instead of just words. We want to make sure that it's a no-brainer to be a member.
Absolutely. And by the way, I remember was the best minority company of the year. I think we got it in 2017 or 14. That was amazing. My wife gonna be upset with me because I didn't remember, but I'm pretty sure that she doesn't gonna cook for me tonight. Another thing that I wanna just tell you that the Chamber of Commerce does is also the people that you have outside. The ambassadors that you have outside are something incredible. I'm personally gonna share this because I was driving from South Carolina on Wednesday afternoon when I get a message from Joe Johnson that is working with the Chamber of Commerce. I don't know for how many years. He shared a seat with my wife in the Peaceful Paths board of members, and he just called me to tell me your guys are doing a job here in the Chamber of Commerce, and I just want to share with you that people say that young people don't want to work. But I have these two young people, and you cannot imagine how good they are, how polite they are, the work everything look perfect. And this is something that you don't hear too much for the big organizations. Right. Then I just want to share with you because tell us about the ambassador programs. I have a lot of friends that they are part of these, but tell us how these work.
So we at the Chamber have a program that we call the Diplomats. And with those diplomats, they are our ambassadors in the community. And so these are members of our companies that participate and really get engaged on a much higher level. Because what we realize is peer-to-peer contact changes everything. So if you and I are friends and I'm telling you about this program, you're more inclined to listen to me than if we're strangers.
Yes.
And so that's where the diplomats come in. They can reach out to all of their peers and friends and share and keep people aware. One of the other things that we've done to help support our diplomats is a couple years ago, we brought in a customer service person that really, and then Mary was the first one, and now we have Michelle that's filled in. And what's really neat about that is we want to look at our companies that are members and see who's really taking advantage of that membership or not. And let's say somebody's been a member for like 20 years and they're just good, faithful members, but really don't attend. What we want to do is reach out to them when we know an event's happening, like, hey, all your customers are going to be here today. You need to be here at this event. The other stuff you may not be interested in, but you want to come to this one because all of your customers, are going to be here, and you should be right here in the middle of this with them. We want to bring that kind of value, and our diplomats help us with reaching out to the different members and touching them and thanking them and letting them know of what's happening, especially if it's something of value to them as a company and a business. Because as small businesses and businesses in general, we can be so focused on running our business, we're not looking at what's going on. But here it is, an opportunity to get you in front of 10 of your customers right now in 1 hour, that's valuable to you.
Absolutely. We have the experience because they went to do the opening of our facility a year ago, and we have the opening of our Fiesta facility less than a month ago. I really appreciate it, and from Elio and from me to be here, and obviously for Paul that helped us here. But Eric, to finish, please send a message to everybody that outside is looking for the support that Chamber of Commerce want to do, and also that sometimes they haven't heard about the process to go inside and how they can connect with you. Please go ahead and close
Absolutely.
this.
So this is an opportunity, for really, if you have any questions, thoughts, or ideas, if you need help or you even think you may need some information to help recruit a person, please reach out to the Greater Gainesville Chamber of Commerce. We are here to serve each and every one of you every day. We are passionate, we're excited, we love what we do. We wake up with enthusiasm. There's nothing more exciting for us than to see businesses thrive in our community. We have a team that is committed to serving you. So please reach out to the Greater Gainesville Chamber. We're online. You can call us. We're on Facebook. I mean, you can find us. We're here. We are looking forward to talking to you. We can't wait to help you. And we just thank you for being here in the greater Gainesville area.
That's wonderful, Eric. I just want to tell you that all the energy is not because he's really professional in what he does. It's that he came from the Caribbean. Then we have to understand that this is in his blood, in the passion. Eric, thank you again for being here. We really appreciate your time. Guys, this was amazing. Remember, for the nonprofit organizations all the time, we just try to be sure that you understand that the nonprofit also is part of a business community.
It is.
If these guys, with all the team that they have around and everybody who is under them, they do better, you're gonna do better. Then a message for everybody. We're gonna have in the second segment another great celebrity here in town. But I wanna say again, Eric, thank you. And from Elio that is in the back, a big hug to you and for your time.
Thank you, Jorge.
Thank you.
Spring is here. Call the best restoration for all of your cleaning needs for every surface in your home. Get rid of stains and pet odors with state-of-the-art carpet, rug, and upholstery cleaning. Our expert technicians will make your tile and grout look like new. Improve your in-home air quality by removing pollen and pet hair with our nationally certified air duct cleaning. Call the best restoration, masters of disasters today.
We don't call it restoration, we call it restoration. The best restoration, masters of disasters.
Spring is here. Call the best restoration for all of your cleaning needs for every surface in your home. Get rid of stains and pet odors with state-of-the-art carpet, rug, and upholstery cleaning. Our expert technicians will make your tile and grout look like new. Improve your in-home air quality by removing pollen and pet hair with our nationally certified air duct cleaning. Call the best restoration, masters of disasters today.
We don't call it restoration, we call it restoration. The best restoration, masters of disasters.
Spring is here. Call the best restoration for all of your cleaning needs for every surface in your home. Get rid of stains and pet odors with state-of-the-art carpet, rug, and upholstery cleaning. Our expert technicians will make your tile and grout look like new. Improve your in-home air quality by removing pollen and pet hair with our nationally certified air duct cleaning. Call the best restoration, masters of disasters today.
We don't call it restoration, we call it restoration. The best restoration, masters of disasters.
Spring is here. Call the best restoration for all of your cleaning needs for every surface in your home. Get rid of stains and pet odors with state-of-the-art carpet, rug, and upholstery cleaning. Our expert technicians will make your tile and grout look like new. Improve your in-home air quality by removing pollen and pet hair with our nationally certified air duct cleaning. Call the best restoration, masters of disasters today.
We don't call it restoration, we call it restoration. The best restoration, masters of disasters.
Spring is here. Call the best restoration for all of your cleaning needs for every surface in your home. Get rid of stains and pet odors with state-of-the-art carpet, rug, and upholstery cleaning. Our expert technicians will make your tile and grout look like new. Improve your in-home air quality by removing pollen and pet hair with our nationally certified air duct cleaning. Call the best restoration, masters of disasters today.
We don't call it restoration, we call it restoration. The best restoration, masters of disasters.
Spring is here. Call the best restoration for all of...
Thank you for staying with us for the second part of this episode with two big celebrities here in Gainesville. Thanks again to the Chamber of Commerce and to Eric Godet for giving us the opportunity to be here with us. Again, this is Jorge Villalobos from The Best Restoration. I'm your host today. And Elio Piedra is in the back, La Fiesta. Then the second one, I want to say I'm a really good friend of Robert Carroll for years. We met, again, a few years ago when the association was a big group of people with a lot of good ideas and purpose. But I can tell you that the change that the North Central Florida Apartment Association had in the last year is amazing. And most of this is for the work and hard work of Robert Carroll, the director. Then I want to introduce you with you. Welcome, Robert. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you very much. Very glad to be here and honored to share a few minutes with you and talk about the association.
You see, when we thought about what we're gonna do today, we're going to tell them is some of the nonprofit organizations, like is the Chamber of Commerce or is the Apartment Association here in Gainesville, what they are doing to help the community and how the help that they provide to the community is helping also large organizations to have the chance to help. But Robert, tell us about you. I know that you came from not far from here, but tell us about your life.
Yeah, so I born and raised in a small town in South Georgia, Moultrie, Georgia. Very small community, maybe 25,000 citizens in that area. Moved to Gainesville in 2004 with a telecommunications company. I have a sales background, and fast forward a few years when the economy took a hit and the stock market crashed. The company I worked for did several stages of downsizing, and eventually our department and the folks that had my position were downsized. My job at that time was building relationships with folks that worked in property management in apartment communities. So they heard that I was no longer there. They called me, asked me if I would be interested in interviewing for the position of executive director for the North Central Florida Apartment Association. At the time, I turned it down. I had another opportunity that I was pursuing. That position, actually, the company ended up filing bankruptcy during the whole economic downfall during that time. So they called me back, asked me again, and I was fortunate, back up a little bit, the company that I was with before, they offered a very extended severance package. So they really did take care of us in that situation. So I had income coming in for that time, 3 small kids, and the opportunity with the association was a nonprofit, so it wasn't really something that would be sustainable otherwise, but considering the situation with that I was fortunate to have, I took on the position, and fast forward 12 years, and here we are today. I will tell you that I do believe that we have a purpose in our life and that there's a plan for our life, and things aren't happening always by chance. And that situation that I was in at that time, there was probably never an opportunity where I would have accepted that position other than that exact time where I was in a position where I had a severance package and I had income coming in every month. And so it afforded me the opportunity to take on the challenge of partnering with the association. It was very small at that time, and connecting with some community partners and working to see if we could build it and make it grow. And I'm happy to say through those partnerships, we've been able to do that.
This is nice because for years I've been hearing the same thing. The people say, what happened if I took this decision 5 years ago instead of now? And I always tell them, possible 5 years ago, this didn't want to work. This you're going to have problems, this don't going to work. You took it in the day that you have to take it, and for this reason, these things works. Tell me about your family, because I know that your wife also is in the property management industry, and also your family, your kids. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. So my wife is she is the director for the Hankin Group, and they manage the Tioga Town Center, other town centers in Pennsylvania and in the Northeast and in several areas. She is been in the leadership position with the Apartment Association, been very active in the past as well. And yes, we are a family of apartment industry professionals. All 3 of my kids work in the apartment industry now as adults. They're with several different companies in the community, but we're for sure a family of apartment industry professionals.
That's great. And tell us about the association, because the people want to know what exactly the association does and what is the contribution the association have for the community.
Certainly. So our mission is to advance quality housing in the simplest of forms, but we do that through partnerships with our members, through our apartment communities, and through our supplier partnerships. So we have supplier partners like the Best Restoration, for example, and then we have our apartment community members like the Collier Companies and Contemporary Management and Emmer Management and so forth and so on. So we really want to be an association that is not part of the problem, but part of the solution in the community. So we want to leverage the opportunities that we have. If you look at how many people live in apartments in our community, the numbers are around 60,000 citizens live in apartment communities. Now you take into account how many people work in the apartment community, and that's several more thousands. So the impact is significant. So we want to use that to do positive things in the community. We don't want to be looked at as just an industry that collects rent on the first of every month.
Yes.
We want to make an impactful change, and we're able to do that through partnering with organizations like the Family Promise of Gainesville or the Catholic Charities or the Salvation Army. We in addition to our industry and increasing our advancing quality housing and the professional development side of the members that are associated with it, we do charity events throughout the year. We have a charity bowl where our members come together. The last event that we had, I think we raised enough money to provide $1,200 backpacks of food for children. So we do a food drive in the fall. We do a toy drive. We do a Mother's Day drive. So there's several things that we do to give back to the community where we can leverage those strengths that we have as an industry.
And tell us about how you help the housing industry, because a lot of the owners of these apartments, they have a voice in the association. I say this because personally I went a couple times with you to Tallahassee when we have to talk with the people and tell them that, we are concerned about some things that is affecting our community. Possible the people who is in the other side of this, they don't know exactly how the association is helping. Tell us about this.
So one of the benefits of membership, or one of the things that we offer, is legislative advocacy. So we want to be on the forefront of that, whether it's at the city level, the county level, state, or national. So we want to be the voice of the industry. So if there's something that's happening that we want to share the voice of the industry, we know that it's important to do that. Whether it's creating more affordable housing in the community, I know that's a very important issue that we're facing not only locally but nationally, is how do we increase the supply of affordable housing. Mm-hmm. So those are some of the things that we do. We can make a positive impact legislatively to create more affordable housing. Maybe it's a fair housing requirement that we want to make our members, educated on. Maybe it's an issue with emotional support animals that we're trying to clarify. Yeah. But that is an important part of what we do. And we want to make sure that our members are engaged on the legislative side as well.
Also, you are really involved in the education because I personally work in a blue-collar podcast program and a morningtakemeetings.com that we try to train people in soft skills. Tell us about this, because I know, in our office you have classes almost every month. Tell us about how important it is for you to be sure that the people who is working in these communities have enough skills to do the job right.
Yes, certainly. We want to help our members to run their communities more efficiently. Mm-hmm. And the way we do that is educating those staff members. So we offer educational programs that can help advance those individuals professionally, whether it be designation courses for a property manager or for a maintenance technician, whether it's learning to work on a pool or air conditioner, whether it's learning about fair housing laws or how to lease apartments. So we offer a wide range of educational opportunities for our members, mm-hmm. and for our supplier companies as well, and the goal being help them run those properties more efficiently and to help the renters to have the best experience possible.
Okay, tell us about, if you are a vendor today, what is the benefit that a vendor gets when he's part of your organization? I'm going to tell you personally, since I start to be part of the apartment association, and again, I confirm what my mentor, Howard Partridge, was saying, every business success is based in relationships. If you have a nice business, if you have a lot of great people who work in your organization, but you don't know anybody and you don't have these connections, then at the end, it's going to be a little bit hard. I don't say that you don't going to do it. I say that it's going to be harder. The association is there to put everybody together. We have lunches. We have events. We have, at the end of the year, a nice party when, well, it's not a great party. It's more like a celebration. And when you say who is the best apartment complex and who is the best renovated apartment complex and who is the best service manager and assistant, I love this because it's recognition for everybody. Tell us about what in your mindset is the message for these people who want to be part of the association and they still believe that they don't gonna get what they are looking for.
Yes, so again, not to be overly simplistic, but if you are a company and you provide services to the apartment industry, we can help you, and we can help you in many different ways. But the main focus of that is to help you meet decision makers in the industry. Again, we want to help our members run their communities more efficiently, and they need quality service providers to be able to do that. So we do that in different forms, as George mentioned. It may be a networking event where we have lunch together, and you break bread and get to know people that way. It could be an after-hours mixer. It could be a trade show, a speed networking event, working together on a charity event. George is part of our leadership team, so you're part of the governance side, so you make connections that way. We have committee involvement, working on a committee, planning an event, working on a common task with another property management professional is a great way to connect with that person and get to know them. We open those doors for you. You need to provide a quality service and be a reputable company in the end, but we can open those doors and make those connections so you can start to build those relationships. And you're not going to an apartment community as a cold call or someone that the person's not familiar with. It's a familiar face. When we talk about the best restoration, we talk about George. It transcends the company because they know George personally. So that's the things that we help. We help break down those barriers, build those bridges, and connect our supplier members in the community with our apartment communities so they can run their apartments more efficiently, and the suppliers can advance their company as well. So it's really a win-win situation.
And I tell you how is the benefit. We are opening a new division in Jacksonville and San Agustin, and the first thing that I did before do all my planning was to talk with the Chamber of Commerce. By the way, Robert introduced me with the people, and they promised that they don't gonna steal us, that we're gonna stay here in Gainesville. Then kind of big commitment that we have. But obviously for our guys who are on the field every day, as soon as they go to these apartments and they introduce themselves, this is the best restoration, and also we are part of the apartment association. It's like when you have a VIP card to try to go inside of a place. The people say, "Oh, you are there? This is nice." That means that this gives you a better position for the people that really need it. Not only this, tell us about the National Apartment Association, because some people can think that this is just a local organization when it's a national organization, and they have big events, and they get involved. By the way, in education, I'm one of the trainers for the NAA. Tell us about how is the process and how make this thing better at the end.
Great point. So one of the important parts of our reach and our membership is that we are, when you're a member of North Central Florida Apartment Association, you're also a member of the Florida Apartment Association, which covers all the counties within Florida. And you're also under the umbrella and a member of the National Apartment Association. So as with the opportunities at the local level, they're enhanced and advanced, obviously, as you get to the state and national level through, conferences and trade shows and continuing education and networking. So if you're in Gainesville, we can help you in North Central Florida. But if you're looking to expand outside of Gainesville, we can help you as well. Our limit is not only to those counties that we represent here locally. So that being said, there's opportunities to advance your community or your company in the state and within our national organization. They have a trade show every year. They have one coming up in Chicago in August. So there's opportunities there. There's opportunities again for governance, for leadership. As we went to Tallahassee with our local group, we also go to DC with our national group. So yes, we have those opportunities, and it is more like a 3-in-1 type of association.
Tell us about one of the great things. Tell us about Maintenance Mania. I love blue collar. I'm one of them. Then tell me about Maintenance Mania, because this is something that for us, that we are vendors of property managers, is one of the more special events of the whole year. We're gonna say thanks to Fernando Sanchez for his help. He is with the GRU group, and he always is the leader of this, and with Rick also.
Right.
Then great people. Then please tell us about this event.
So yeah, there's a lot of mundane tasks that we can talk about. When we do these things, we want to have fun. When we do our charity bowl, yes, we raise a lot of money for important causes, but we go out there and have a good time, right? Mm-hmm. We have fun and meet new people, and so that's what Maintenance Mania is about. It's about recognizing the professionals, the service professionals in our industry, to do the hard work every day of getting these apartment units ready to go, and sometimes are underrepresented, or maybe not on the front page. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure we take those individuals and we put a spotlight on them, and we show them how much we appreciate them. And we do that through an event called Maintenance Mania. And it's kind of like the Olympics for service professionals. They come out, they compete in different timed events, and the winners win prizes. We have trophies and prizes and all kind of cool things that they do. And the prizes and all that stuff is really great. Mm-hmm. But the important part is recognize those individuals, giving back to those people. In a student community, in a student town, there's a lot of units that are turned over, and very well during the summer. And some of those professionals are working 20, 25 days in a row or more, 12, 14 hours a day. Mm-hmm. So it's very important that we show our appreciation of that. We couldn't do it without our supplier partners. We have the Best Restoration and GatorNet and Chadwell Supply, HD Supply, many different supplier community or companies that support us and sponsor that. And also, that's also another way for supplier companies to network. They get a chance. Our supplier companies are our judges, so they're the ones that come out and judge each event. But it's a great time. We do it every year. We're not able to do it this year because of COVID, but we're really looking forward to 2022.
And think about it, that something additional of what you said is that this guy had the chance to go to compete nationally. Because
Absolutely.
One of the wonderful things that happened is that we went to West Palm Beach, I think a year and a half ago, and we have to sit in the table with some of these guys that I think they never have the chance to be in a hotel like the one that we were, so fancy, everything was nice. They have a privilege because they won. They did a big effort, and they compete really hard, and they just get the satisfaction of to be in a nice place. Then I always gonna remember this because this event was so nice in a really exclusive place. Was judged and votes everywhere. And this guy was like, what in the world is this? Tell us about also all the nonprofit organizations that are involved right now. Because I know that, you did a lot of things for Catholic Charities, and you were also with Family Promise. I know that you did a couple years ago something for Christmas in Alachua, if I'm not, I remember. And we have a niece from Two Men in a Truck a couple of weeks ago. Tell us about, because she is the head of the benevolent, she is the boss? We can call her the boss?
Yes,
okay,
we can call her the boss.
She's our boss, by the way. She's the boss from the benevolent committee, and she is doing an amazing job trying to collect all these presents and all these things. But I wanna close this with two things. One is, tell us about the program that is in your mind, because I know that you have something inside of your mind that is bothering you because you want to make it work, about the opportunity to bring some scholarships to the technicians who want to get really trained before they come to these challenging jobs. Tell us about your idea, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people want to hear about it.
Thank you. I attend a lot of meetings with our city and county officials, and I know of some of the issues that we're facing in our community as it relates to housing. And other aspects of what's going on. And one thing is that inflation has outpaced earnings. And we need to do a better job of making sure our citizens have earn a sustainable living wage. And we can help with that with the apartment industry. So the idea came about with just calls that we get into our office. We're constantly getting calls about needing service professionals or needing leasing help. And these opportunities sometimes do not require experience or sometimes just very little experience. And they're not just jobs, they're career opportunities that can lead to very, very good careers. So we're trying to figure out how can we help the community, help the citizens that maybe have lacked those opportunities, and how can we help our apartment communities fill those positions. So we're in the early stages of creating a scholarship where we can take, we're partnering with organizations. We've had conversations with Family Promise, for example, and a few others about how can we identify those individuals in the community. And once we partner with them, we'll bring them in and we can train them. We have trainers that can put them through different classes, maybe to work on an AC or maybe to how to turn a unit or do some basic things. We need money to do that, so our association, we're working to do create some scholarship dollars to do that. But then after they go through that, partnering with our apartment communities for job placement and to set them on site and to let them go to work and show they can do a good job, and lead that into some type of permanent employment opportunity. So we've helped people before during the summer. We've had people that's come to us and said, hey, looking for a position, not in the industry, and we get them summer jobs, for example, sometimes with the communities that need help during turn. A lot of those individuals have stayed on full-time, and some are even supervisors now. So that's really it. It's trying to work. We want to be part of the solution, as we mentioned before, and not the problem. So how can we work with the community and solve some of those issues, and how can we help our members as well? And if we can marry those two things, then it's a success.
Tell us about the second in a short period of time. How are your thoughts about all the kids that they are leaving the apartments during the turnover, and sometimes they not only leave food, but they leave a lot of new furniture. This is a message for our friends of Grace Marketplace, Jay Moraski from Family Promise, a lot of people that they get involved. Please connect with Robert. He has in mind a really nice process for this turn. Tell us about it.
So we've been talking for some time now. How can we capitalize on all of this opportunity that's created through turn and the transition of students moving in and moving out? A lot of things are left behind, food, furniture, and a lot of that stuff is thrown away. So how can we leverage our volunteers and our food drives and our programs that we're doing to be able to capitalize that and be able to collect those items and support those charities that we're working with through our donation drive? So we've got some plans working there with our volunteers on starting a process and connecting with our apartment communities where we're identifying what those items are, and they're being stored for us temporarily until we're able to pick those up. But I think if we can make this work, we can have a significant impact in the amount of items we donate, food and furniture, to our drives every year. So very important step, and we're appreciative of our partners for helping us do that.
Put attention to what he just mentioned, because I think it's something that we have to do it this year to see how we can improve it from there. We have a lot of help from against Two Men in a Truck. They are ready. They have like I don't know how many thousands trucks, but they are ready to help. Then please be sure that you connect with Robert and with the association to put this thing together. Robert, I want to say thanks for your time. I know how busy you are, but we really appreciate it. We have a wonderful day with two large associations and organizations that they are working daily to help businesses in the community. Please close this program with a message for these vendors that still are there, these small business owners that still don't know what to do. Tell them what is the best thing that they can do to connect with you and the benefits for the association.
Yes, certainly. So again, if you provide services to our apartment industry, that's who we are. That's our organization. We can help you. Reach out to us, ncfaa.net, and you can get more information. You can also call our office at 352-333 888-888-0333. We'll be glad to connect you, jump on a Zoom call, and kind of talk you through what the benefits of joining the association would be.
If for any reason you need more connection, please let us know. Great job, Robert. Who is there? I know that guy. A lot of people from the board that we recognize. Another two great this week. Robert and Eric really care about this community and are making the incredible difference every day. David, I know that you want to be the host for the rest of the program. I'm going to try to take Mondays off from now. I really appreciate it. Thank you again for your time. Was a wonderful program. Please be sure, business owner, non-profit organizations, that they need to do this connection with this kind of people to make better your operations and the results at the end of the year. Thank you, Robert, again for being here. He gonna answer the phone. If not, you call me, and I know exactly where he lives. Thank you again for your time, and we'll see you next Monday with another non-profit organizations. Thank you, Elio, La Fiesta Piedra, for the production, and again, I'm Jorge Villalobos, your host for today from The Best Restoration. Have a nice rest of the week. Thank you.
The non-profit report is going live in 3, 2, 1.